The walleye spawning season is here, baby. Scuba diving for baits and fishing jet skis are a real thing. We got that and more coming up right now in Target Walleye's Top 5, brought to you by Sea Foam. Oh, and I'd also like to welcome our friends at SCHEELS to the party. Now, let's dive on in. It's spawning season, love is in the air and in the water, but sometimes they get caught in the act, like this one that Buddy Jaron caught while wadering around in Wisconsin. She must have been on her way to drop those kids off at daycare when Buddy caught her on that headspin color Rapala Husky jerk. Clearly those kids were ready to get off the bus.
We all gotta get off.
Side note, so what makes Husky jerks the deal this time of year? Well, they're a little bit more neutral action-wise versus some of the more aggressive baits out there. A little bit tighter wattable, a little less side to side. They also perfectly suspend on the paws. When water temps are cold and fish are lethargic, they can be really tough to beat. Anywho, that first pick from Buddy reminded me of this shot from Cheyenne De Silva of a walleye and a big old egg wagon, if you look closely, that she caught on fishing opener on the Winnipeg River a few years back. But even better is the exact moment that she realized that that walleye was spewing eggs, dropping eggs all over her shoes. Still one of the funniest pictures I have ever seen, so I had to bring it back. Speaking of walleyes ruining shoes, I don't know if I should do this next one, but if you don't see it here, where else are you going to see it?
Things are gonna get weird.
So our walleye season in Minnesota opens late enough that most of the females have already dropped their eggs by that point, or if they didn't spawn, absorbed them. But sometimes you get some of those males, those smaller fish that are still pretty excited about the spring dance. I took this disturbing photo about 11 years ago on fishing opener in northern Minnesota. We were pitching jigs in 9 to 12 feet of water when I caught this walleye that I'm just going to go ahead and nickname Milton, or Milt On, that had something against me wearing cowboy boots at the time.
My sticky shoes. Ew!
Safe to say, I took the hook out of the next couple while holding them extremely far over the side of the boat. Moving on. Well, it sure looks like Fire Tiger has been the hot color on the Menominee River. That's Ed the Diver, who scored this massive bundle after just 20 minutes of snooping around on the bottom. If you somehow haven't heard of Ed the Diver yet, he scuba dives around popular fishing spots, Fox River, Menominee River, popular places in Wisconsin and Michigan mostly, and he snags some gold out of those snags? River bottom? I don't know. Tons of lures. But he also picks up trash every trip, and some from the top of the water and some from down below in it, which is equally as amazing, so thank you, Ed.
I'm the trash man.
If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel yet, it is for sure worth a sub. He puts out a lot of cool content, including footage from him underwater, interacting with fish, finding tons of lures, and who knows what else. But that's the fun part. The other day he spent 7 hours or 12 hours or something like that cleaning up the 360 lures that he had found off of just his last 3 trips diving. And it looks like 50 or 60 of those last batch on the left side there were Rapala Rippin Raps.
I'm gonna be rich.
Hey Alexa, does anywhere near me offer scuba diving lessons?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Guess we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. And the old-fashioned way means snagging a big old mess from the boat, just like Eric Roberts did last week on the Maumee River in Ohio. Even Ed the Diver would be impressed by that haul, I bet. This fish is taking Marble Eye to a whole nother level. It was caught this spring by Justin Criswell on the Maumee River, and he said it looks genetic and not from an injury. It always fascinates me how a fish like that literally appears to be blind can still track down baits and engulf them. I believe I've only seen something like that one other time, and it was caught by Derek Burhow on Lake Winnipeg. He said that it almost looked like the skin on its cheeks had grown over its eye. They're kind of purty though. They sort of remind me of that scene in Men in Black where they realize that marble-sized Archelian galaxy is actually on the cat's collar. You better keep those fish around any creepy dudes that are asking about sugar water.
Give me sugar in water.
Random thought of the day for you. What if fishing jet skis become the open water version of snowmobiles?
Keep talking.
So I thought for sure this photo was fake, a phony, a Photoshop, whatever, when it first came across my feed. I did some digging and it turns out she is legit. Apparently Sea-Doo has an entire 2025 sport fishing lineup that they call the Fish Pros. And that first picture is from Michael Steele, who has one that is literally rigged out better than the majority of people's boats. It literally has a Garmin Kraken trolling motor on the front, multiple units, of course LiveScope, a micro power pole, a live well surrounded by rod holders, 3-bank charger for all his lithium batteries, you name it. I had never seen anything like it. Oh, and did I mention that some models are pushing 300 horsepower and can go nearly 70 miles per hour? I just know the day is gonna come where I'm on my way to my fishing spot and I get beat out, I get blown by, I get freaking passed by a jet ski who pulls up and then ends up fishing the spot. But you know what? As long as they're not out there spinning a zillion circles over the exact spot that I'm trying to cast, then fish on, brother. And here you thought it was muskies, pike, and people that were eating all of the walleyes, but this dude who was fishing the Knife River in North Dakota is here to prove that cannibals still exist. Yeah, that's a big old walleye in a big old walleye's mouth. Amazing shot. But honestly, it's even more crazy to me that thing was still willing to scarf down an original floater despite having a mouthful of sushi still. Speaking of walleyes going full-on Hannibal Lecter, take a gander at this 28¼ walleye caught in northern Manitoba, and that cannibal had a 16-inch walleye down its throat. Literally more than half of that fish's length. Just more proof you don't always have to use tiny itty-bitty little baits to fool walleyes. Them big old chompers aren't just for smiling. If you're sneaking out this weekend, I hope you find yourself some fish that are that dang hungry too. And with that, we're going to wrap up this week's Top 5. A big shout out to Sea Foam and our friends at SCHEELS for making this fun video series possible. And for all of you taking the time out of your day to watch and comment, none of this would be possible without you. If you want more walleye related content like this, sign up for our free Target Walleye emails at targetwalleye.com, and I'll see you back in 7.